Hello, my name is David Berczes. I'm from Hungary. I'm a senior. I'm majoring in finance and I'm a grandmaster. Okay. Hello everyone. This is my last lecture at UTD, so beware of that. Okay, so this game I played in the Final Four a few days ago, or almost a week ago. I played against Robson, which is always very interesting because he beat me 2 years ago in the Milan Open in round 7, which he qualified for the Milan Monday and guaranteed $15,000, and for me it was guaranteed 0. So this was time to take revenge, and I managed to take revenge, but I didn't get money for that, so it's okay. Okay, so okay, I was back again like 2 years ago. He played e4, not surprisingly, e5, knight f3, knight c6. But he surprised me here, bishop c4, playing the Italian, very famous Italian. He usually plays bishop b5, so, but I was ready to face with the Italian because my roommate plays Italian. We played several hundreds of these games, and I feel like I mastered this opening with both colors now. So thank you, roommate. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, knight f6. This is, I mean, of course, you can start with c3, knight f6, d3. So we're going to the same position. d3, a6. I think I played the most precise mover. I'm not 100% sure, but if I start with d6, he might play bishop g5, so I want to leave the option to turn with to e7, the bishop. So he played a4. I was slightly surprised because, I mean, the normal setup, my roommate plays also c3. And I guess it's very similar, bishop a7 and rook e1, something like this, right? And then castle and then h3. Yes. As far as I know, that's the most precise move.
My preparation was.
And then d6, bishop b3, and then that's normal. So, but there's a new idea, a new trend. Right, plays a4. A similar idea to prevent knight a5 after d6, so he can just hide the bishop on a2, and it keeps putting pressure on f7. It also leaves the option to maybe progress to c3 and b4, b5 in the long run. So it's not as bad as it is. So okay, I played d6, c3. I was still familiar with the position. And I think I played bishop a7, which was I think this is the best move order.
Why?
Because if there are so many subtleties in Italian, and I feel I finally learned all of them. So the point is, white is waiting for black to castle, so that he can play bishop g. Oh, king f8. That's a new move probably. But okay, let's go castle and then bishop g5. That's the point. Obvious. He wants to just pin my knight. So if I go a6, bishop h4, and okay, g5 is the obvious reaction, then white has the opportunity to take on g5, but usually white goes bishop g3, and with the threat of maybe d4, knight d2, and actually it's very similar to the game. The difference is my bishop on a7 and his rook on e1, which is obviously much better for me because bishop on c5 is kind of, all this tempo is b4 and d4, and if I go g4, which is the old idea, then if white moves, then knight h7 and h5, h4. Then white has this fancy move, bishop h4. So that's the whole trick that black has to be aware of. And if you take queen f3, and actually there's some compensation, king g7, knight d2, and actually it's quite shaky for black. So okay, bishop a7 is okay. Obviously I can play h6, but maybe there's d4. I'm not for sure. Not sure here. Okay, bishop a7, logical, and he played rook e1. So the point, if white goes bishop g5, there is an Iranian Adams game, h6, bishop h4, and the point is that now black doesn't castle, but to the long side. So for instance, like say queen e7, knight d2, g5, bishop g3, and bishop d7, and then black is ready to go long, and then h5, h4, rook g8, white is gonna push b4. So it's kind of double-edged. But the point is that I'm not going to shortcut. I'm not going short side. And I think black is doing fine here. So I'm waiting for white to play something. So if he plays knight bd2, then I can castle because there is no bishop g5 anymore. So, and if white goes h3, then I go h6 with the idea.
Okay, no, it's not,
okay,
it's not the same because I ruined it. That's very bad.
Bishop e3, yeah. The point is that if white goes either knight e2 or rook e1, I can play g5. And after h3, this g5, g4 breakthrough is really annoying for white, and it actually works. So black is doing fine. So this bishop a7 is actually a good move. So what has left? Rook e1. And now I castled. And the point is now there is slight pressure on f2, which you will see why it's bad for white. Okay, he went bishop g5. He played offhand. I spent a few minutes here. So he went bishop g5, h6, normal bishop h4. Well, I analyzed it like a week before the tournament. I analyzed not exactly this position, but very similar ideas. So I was kind of aware what to do. And okay, now, what do you think? Why cannot white take?
Okay, why?
What's the point here? Because it looks, again, very crushing, right? King h1, f4 is coming, and I have to deal with this pin, right? But I have a very strong move.
Bishop f2.
Hmm?
Bishop f2, knight e4, queen g5 equal.
And it's good?
Ah, very good.
But I have something,
And then f5.
something more.
Something more.
Nah.
What's good in what?
The reason is it doesn't work with
King g7. Rook
then king
h7.
f3. King f3. Queen f3 is coming.
Rook
Anyways.
h8.
Knight somewhere.
Let's see what is great here.
Bishop.
Bishop g4, no. Bishop g4. Oh, bishop g4.
Oh, no surprise, he's our coach, right?
What? That's the move.
Bishop
the
g4.
Coach is cheating 100%.
That's the point. Here and then,
F2
if you
is
take queen
hanging.
f6, queen f2, that's the whole...
But queen g4 check.
Check.
What? Oh! Alright!
Very
Okay, I'm
good.
sorry.
Good job. Good job.
Good
bro.
job.
Good job. You are very strong for someone this bad. Very
No, sorry, bishop f6, bishop f2, sorry, yeah.
Bishop f2 first.
Bishop f2 maybe. That's
Yeah,
why
bishop
I
f2.
said bishop f2. Aha, coach.
You said?
Of course I said.
Oh, yeah, so that's a big difference. And then just take on d1 and take on e1, right? So, and rook up. So, yeah. So, of course, it doesn't work. So, if you take bishop g4, if white moves the queen, let's say queen d2, now now king h7. And there's no queen f3, and then I just go rook g8 and, I don't know, rook g6, or just, I mean, it's a healthy piece up, so. So you have to go bishop g3, and I had this very strong move, knight h7. It's actually, it's a very nice move. So obviously, what's my plan? h5, h4, right? I want to make, I want to benefit from this very bad king side. So, and it actually turns out it's very tough for white to play. So he went into deep thinking here, like AKA Nirvana state. He spent like 40 minutes here. So that was kind of like, I saw myself in, you know. So, and he came up with a very dubious move, queen c1. I honestly hadn't, I don't know what he, but he was really unfamiliar, and he's like almost 2700, yet, you know, if he's not familiar with the position and with the plans, he doesn't know what to do. So, I mean, it's very hard for white to suggest any like decent play. Like computers suggest what, something like h4, but then why would you voluntarily weaken your king side, right? So, I mean, somehow white should play for d4 and somehow sacrifice.
Is h4 dubious? Is h4 a dubious?
Kinda. I mean, not from a computer's perspective. So, but h4, I wouldn't play h5. I actually thought maybe h3 or something to prepare for h5, and maybe h5 knight h2 or something like that. But anyways, I'm not only threatening with h5 and h4, but maybe move the king and f5, right? Or even queen f6, just putting pressure on f2 and d4 first. So, yeah, okay, queen c1. I mean, I know what he wanted. He wanted me to play h5, and then there's h4 and maybe knight g5. I guess I'm not 100% sure. So, okay, queen c1, and king g7, and what did he play? Yeah, he went h4, dubious. Now, so yeah, I played g4, and I think after this he's already lost. After knight f6. I guess he kind of underestimated this move, because I just want to play knight h5, and I don't know what to do with this g3 bishop, and then f5 is coming, f5, f4. He can only play knight f1, but then h4 is hanging as well after take and knight takes. So surprising, computer already shows like minus 1.6 for white, for black. So, but that's a typical idea. After I play g4, obviously I want to play knight f6, knight h5. And again, he went into a deep thinking. He had like 5 minutes here, and I had 20 minutes. That's, I know. Thank you, guys. Thank you. The Guinness record here. Okay, he played knight f1, logical, knight h5, and it's kind of from this point, it's kind of straightforward here. So now I just want to play f5. So yeah, I mean, look at his piece. It's not really fancy, right? So he had knight e3, and okay, I had many options, like f5 or take or something, knight f4. Look, I think I just for the best one, knight e7, bringing the last piece. That's the normal plan in Italian, right? When all my pieces are ready, I just bring the last one, knight e7, knight g6, and or f5. Yeah, it seems like very easy. Play full black. He went. Okay, sorry. Okay, he went queen back to d1, right? Also dubious queen c1. He's like dancing around with the queen. He's famous for dancing, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Queen d1, and now I took on g3. Okay, from now it's game became very concrete. So yeah, I took and f5. So yeah, I mean this is incredible. Okay, and now he played king f1. That shocked me so hard that I almost like, you know.
We thought it was like a mistake, something.
Yeah, it's a mistake, but I mean psychologically he just hit. You know, he was like, okay, now. I don't know. He was the mouse and I was a cat. He tried to run away with the king, but. So, yeah, I mean, okay, it's very hard to say. I was calculating things like this, like take and knight f5, queen g4 check, but then I just king h8. Maybe he could trick like queen h5, but then I was gonna play queen e8.
Can you just play king h7?
Hmm?
Can you just play king
Where?
h7 instead
Where?
of king h8, king h7?
King h7, he.
What's the difference?
Maybe bishop f7, I don't know.
No, king h7 on check.
Ah, yeah, maybe queen. I mean, I also looked at it and I was maybe queen e4.
c6?
Yeah, but, I mean, probably this winning as well, I guess. I mean, should be winning, right? But, yeah, I know, you're strong. So, okay, other moves are, let's say, king h1, but I guess he was worried that I would play just f4. And here, and I take on g3. And I just move my knight wherever, like everywhere. And then just take and checkmate. So I rook f4. So I mean, this is just completely hopeless. So yeah, I mean, he went king f1. That was kind of hilarious. I mean, not become disrespectful, but still. Okay, king e2, d5, and yeah, I mean, I learned that I have to conquer the center. So now I was going for that. Bishop b. Okay, from this point, it's not going to be that entertaining. So I just play d4, knight c4, take, took, with this tricky idea of rook f2 checkmate. Fortunately, he saw it. He played d4. Another surprise. I just took. I'm now 4 pawns up. So rook f1. I took the 5th pawn. Why not? Rook a2, knight f5, queen e1, and bishop c5. The idea of either knight d4 or queen d3. So yeah, here he resigned. And I was very happy because first when I played against him with black, I was not really happy, right? Because he's a strong player, and for me, beating him was equal, like, it was being unthinkable for me, right? So I'm very happy I made this unthinkable result, and I managed to take revenge in my one of my last tournaments where I represent UTD. So thank you.